2020 left me in rehab 2 separate times with very little self-esteem, poor physical health, poor marital health, poor emotional health, and poor mental health. I am now 7 months sober and deeply committed to becoming a better person and being a more thoughtful person, a healthier person in every way that I could possibly be. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 habits that are absolutely changing my life in case they might be of some use to you. Guys, my name is Noah. I so appreciate the time that you're taking to be with me. If you like this type of content, please be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, support me in that way. It's incredibly helpful as far as YouTube currency. So thank you for doing that in advance. And just know that you're welcome and wanted here. Let's go ahead and jump into the 3 habits that are changing my life in a big way. The first one is a good one, but it's a tough one, which is learning how to confront other people. I was more likely in the past when dealing with any type of confrontation to avoid it and or to approach it in a far too hasty and aggressive way. And it led to a lot of cognitive dissonance for me personally. Thinking one thing, behaving another, feeling disingenuous to myself, and then using unhealthy coping mechanisms to deal with uncomfortable feelings, i.e., I got drunk a lot. Now, in my new way of experiencing the world and in my earnest attempt to navigate it openly and honestly, learning how to confront people in a thoughtful, healthy, and calm way has been an absolute game changer for me. The biggest way that I do that, and it's something that I want to always talk about on this channel, is learning to use the 5-part communication system. And it goes like this. If I'm having a major conflict with someone, I will write down first what I saw or what I heard. What I saw or what I heard. Next, I will write out what I thought about what I saw or what I heard. After that, part 3, I'm going to write about what I felt about what I thought about what I saw or what I heard, which is usually a 1-word answer: anxious, sad, angry, annoyed, something like that. Next, I'm going to write out what I want from that person. What I want. And it's incredibly important that I'm clear about my motivations on that. And lastly, part 5, I'm going to ask that person if they are willing. That is the 5-part communication system, and it is something that takes a lot of practice. It is not inherently easy in terms of keeping your body neutral and calm, but it's a wonderful tool for continuing to navigate relationships as your authentic self. This is a way to teach people how to be with you and to be open to negotiating relationships so that they're more honest. I think far too often in the past, I have felt sorry for people and thought that it was my job as their friend to tolerate things that really didn't make me comfortable or to just excuse behaviors that I didn't think were right. And I have no doubt that other people have done this endlessly with me, as I had terrible boundaries and very poor self-awareness as an active drinker, and I'm sure still at times when I'm not being mindful and paying attention to what I'm doing. So the 5-part communication system gives you the opportunity to learn how to confront people in a healthy way to establish a more realistic and a more genuine relationship or dynamic with that person. It's not something you have to do with everyone, but if you are engaging frequently with people and you find that there are just things about them that stress you out and you get triggered and annoyed, but you're not saying anything, that's on you. When I first started doing this, it was really hard. I found that I would have an adrenaline dump when I would do it. So another pro tip is to do some breath work before you try this, but at the very least, consider looking this up and practicing and writing it down. Learning how to confront people has absolutely changed my life, and it has made my current friendships and my current relationships far more authentic. The next habit that is changing my life is leaving every room I enter better than the way I found it. This is one of those ways for me to mitigate this tendency to put off and push away stressful chores or work or cleaning or organization or big tasks that I keep telling myself I don't have time for. If I can make things smaller, and I can think of it as if I'm passing through a room, my job, my opportunity is to make that room one item, one iota better than I found it. I have found that slowly but surely dishes get put away, trash gets taken out, laundry gets folded, desktops get organized, calendars get set, schedules get met, lists get made, and things get done part by part, bit by bit, one step at a time. It's sort of a marathon mindset to being a responsible adult for me personally, to hold myself accountable to adult responsibility that in the past I would defer and put off and allow to mount, but then I would have a stress response to everything. My office isn't clean enough, my bed isn't made, my work is behind, my gym bag is a mess, I need gas. Before I knew it, there was so much going on that I would shut down personally. I would genuinely shut down. I would get overwhelmed, I'd get anxious, I might get apathetic and flat, and I would cope with these things in unhealthy ways. I'm always going to bring that up because when I don't take care of myself or learn ways to take care of myself, I will find unhealthy coping strategies to soothe myself. And it doesn't just mean me getting wasted, which is literally endgame for me, but it could just be me being a sloth. It could just be me being irritable. It could just be me binge eating. Who knows how it comes out? Learning to leave every room a little bit better, or any situation a little bit better than I found it, is a way for me to earn personal credibility within myself and continue to make deposits of adult responsibility that empower me to keep doing it. And my third habit that has been changing my life is learning to attach a why to everything I do. This can be from menial tasks to my bigger, more all-encompassing personal goals. Essentially, this is mindfulness. Do I know why I'm doing the things that I'm doing? Have I attached appropriate intention and meaning to those things? Am I doing things in autopilot without understanding the value of doing them? When I'm able to be thoughtful about these things, when I'm able to be mindful about why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, I typically am more likely to follow through with what I say is important to me. I typically behave in a more congruent way with my language. So when I drink 2 glasses of water every morning, and I remember that I'm doing that to better hydrate myself, to promote good digestion, to promote more wakefulness so that I don't overly rely on caffeine, and then ultimately leads to more productivity, which ultimately leads to higher self-esteem, it makes it a little easier to remember to do that every morning. If I ever start to feel sorry for myself, if I ever start to lose perspective on why I'm sober, for example, or why I want to be a man in recovery, I can remember why I do it, and I can really be thoughtful about the reality of my past, and I can keep it at the forefront of my mind to be a North Star for my actions and behaviors going forward. I think far too often I've gone through my life disassociated from why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, not putting proper value in the good things, and then undermining the detrimental effects of the bad things. How this plays out and how this manifests for you personally, only you would know. But I do know for me that the more I can put intention behind my thoughts and my behaviors and more reality towards why I'm doing the things I'm doing, the more likely I am to be the person I want to be, to do the things I want to do, to follow through with the things I say are important to me, and to do it with a good attitude, and to do it with a right state of mind. It's just been really, really helpful to me. I think this is one of those things I could expound on forever, and I find myself grasping at straws, trying to make sure you understand why this is so important to me. And why do I want you to understand this is important to me? Because I want you to see me in the way that I try to see myself. Oh, that was nice, Noah. High five on that one. Thank you for spending some time with me. What are some habits that have been game changers for you? I am constantly trying to learn. I'm constantly trying to evolve. Know that I really appreciate you, and I hope you heard something here and felt something that made you want to come back and see me again. And remember, guys, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute at a time, we can get through what we are going through, and we can do it together, I promise. If you're having a hard time right now, know that I empathize with you. I'm rooting for you, and I want you to be okay. And I hope that you keep working and keep trying and never give up in the goal of being content and being calm and being at peace like you deserve. And if you are doing well, I'm so, so happy for you. And I hope that you can use that wellness to make someone else's life a little better as well. That's certainly something I am trying to do. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.